Craft the clock, we just can't wait. Turn the music, feel the beat. Crafting rhythm can't be beat. Interviews and tips to share. Creative vibes are in the air. From the screen to your desk. Crafting lines at their best. Cat and Adam lead the way. Craft the clock makes our day.
Craft the clock, we just can't wait.
Paper, glitter, glue in hand. Adam's guiding like he planned. Cat behind the scenes, so sly. Making magic, watch it fly. Hobby maker, it's our show. Bit of poo in hand. Interviews and crafts that go. Cappy B, craft the crown. Scissors, let's create. Craft the clock, we just can't. Craft the clock, we just can't wait. Turn the music, feel the beat. Crafting rhythm can't be beat. Interviews and tips to share. Creative vibes are in the air. From the screen to your desk. Crafting lines at their best. Cat and Adam lead the way. Craft the clock makes our day.
Yes, morning. How are we? Are we all good? Are we all well? Have we all got over the whole NEC, if you went? Have you got over it? I was literally only there for 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 4. I was there for 4 hours and I am pooped. So God bless all of you that did 4 days. Genuinely, God bless all of you. Coming in, take a seat. You know how this works by now. Yeah, with good busy week this week. We've got a really busy week, which we'll tell you as the week goes on. I forgot to put the timer in as well. I got distracted by my ginger shot that I forgot to take. And it makes me feel weird if I don't take it, so I had to take it. I was chatting to Nicky and I totally forgot about it. I hope you're all good and well. It's Monday. It's the 3rd of November. Where is this time going, I want to know. Christmas tree is nearly upon us. Who's in already? Good morning, Arwin. Hi, everyone. Good morning, Jackie. I hope you're good and well. Good morning, Dave. I hope you're good and well, too. If you are new here, welcome to the wonderful world of Craft O'Clock. I have two homes. This is my home. Welcome in for Craft O'Clock. And then I obviously do this from the studio. We go live every Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. I chuckle because we're not live this Sunday. I'll explain why later. But yeah, welcome to our little community. Say hello, put your names in the chat. You can watch us on Facebook, on Hobby Makers Facebook. You can watch us on Hobby Makers YouTube. You can also watch on my Facebook, Adam Humphries Live, or you can watch on my YouTube as well, which is also Adam Humphries Live. We are across all boards, and there is nothing at the moment that has beaten us, apart from a bit of tech, but we try and go everywhere. Now, talking about going everywhere, we started a little series last week of little independent companies, because that's what we can do here. That's what we're all about at Hobby Maker. We're all about little independent companies to trying to pull together and help the community. It's a big old community, the craft world is, but sometimes people get lost. Sometimes people get lost in that community. So that is what we decided to do. I say we, I use the royal we. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. But the starter of all of this is the lady that we're talking to today. She dropped an email. Who's she? Nicky dropped an email to Kat and said, look, could I come and chat and can I come and promote my wares, as it were? And myself and Kat then sat down and we were like, yeah, let's do it. Let's promote the independent companies. Let's get them out there. And that is what we are about to do. She's done loads. Nicky has. She's done loads. Her website, I will give you all the details for a website as we go as well. There seems a lot more buttons to press today, and I don't know why. That is the website, cutandcraft.co.uk. We'll chat all about it and how it was, but you wait till you see some of the samples that I have down here. Oh yeah, they sent me with samples. I have loads to show you, and time is getting on, so let's go in. Please be upstanding if you can for the one and only It's our Nicky. Good morning, lovely.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm fine. That was a heck of an introduction.
You can use that for your CV. Honestly, it's
Yeah,
fine. Use it for your CV.
thank you.
It is this whole section that we've started now is because before we go into your background of an email that you sent to Kat. You
Yes,
started all this. So why, before we know about your background, why was it important? Why did you think it was important? Like, you know what? I'm gonna ask the question.
I think it's because people complain a lot that it's always the same companies on the station, and I think people need to understand that they're like they keep the lights on, and without those big companies to bring people in, you would it would be difficult to sort of make the channel worth it.
Hmm.
And I get that. So when you've got small independents like myself, it's a bit of a gamble to give over a whole of an hour to on Sky and everywhere else to get those products out. But I think that you also need the small independents because that's where the harebrained ideas come from, the new bits and like the sprinkles on the cake. You know, you're the bakers, the big companies are the main ingredients, and then all the little independents provide the sprinkles for the cake.
I love that analogy. The little sprinkles. You bring the sparkle, is what you do. You bring the sparkle. And let's go all the way back then before we start talking about the website and the 3D downloads that you've given us that we've got on your website as well. How did it all start for you? Where did your crafting journey begin?
Right back as a child, that was my thing. I grew up on watching Blue Peter making houses for Cindy dolls and all that kind of thing, and I loved it. I spent hours doing it because that was back before PlayStations and Xboxes and everything, and I just loved it because that feeling of pride you've got when you've done something, and I like things to look like they're supposed to look. So a friend of ours broke their legs, so I made a pair of crutches, some cocktail sticks, and cotton wool. You know, and I just love that, and that sort of comes through with my templates because I like things to look as real as they can.
And
You know,
they genuinely, they really, really do. You wait until you see some of these doorways I'm about to show you for Christmas. So you spoke then about growing up with the Blue Peter Megs. I think that's where it started for everyone.
yes, yeah,
I know when I used to go down with Nan's, we made the Tracy Island. I
yeah.
think like that. My dad made it for me. So what's the you said about the smaller things that you remembered as creating as a kid, but did craft run in the family, or was it just a little place where you could just go and lose yourself for a couple of hours?
No, it was just me. My mum and dad always used to say, I don't know where you get that from. But no, I mean, I wasn't very good at drawing or painting, proper art. But no, I'd have a box of empty washing up liquid bottles, and mum would just chuck stuff in there, and I'd go up and just
Go and make things from it.
yeah.
I'm guessing though that love stayed with you for the life that you've had. But
Yeah.
did anyone try and steer you away because it wasn't in the family, it wasn't with the norm, as it were?
No, everybody was great. It was always like, I'll get Nicky to do it. She'll knock something out, But we lived in a tiny, tiny village, so like getting anything in those days was like a 2-week wait. And there was no internet, and you had to look through magazines to find things. So stuff wasn't readily available. So I used to use nail varnish
Okay.
and mum's eyeshadow and stuff like that, because this stuff that we have now wasn't there.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So then let's move forward slightly while still looking back, if that makes sense. You made your first 3D template back in 2024. So why the gap? Why didn't you do it earlier than 2004? Was it just life got in the way and you know what? I need to get my head down. I've got bills to pay, things like that. Or was it a case of overnight, you know what? Blow it. I'm going to do this.
A bit of that. The actual 3D idea came from Carol at Arty Farty. And I really love and I was thinking, I could do that. And I messaged her and I said, as long as I don't do designs, would you mind if I started to produce my own? And she's like, no, the more the merrier. So yeah, I just sat down and quite selfishly made templates for things that I wanted to make. And then it just grew from there, really. And I stuck it on eBay, and my husband was like, yeah, okay, maybe get a proper job. And then he came home, and I was like, I've sold 4, and he was like, what? Because it was just so completely alien that somebody would want to buy shapes.
Well, that's the thing. And as you say, till 2004, did you always want to do it before then? Was it always something you've always wanted to do and didn't know how to? Or was it a case of, I just can't. I need to crack on with life. It's a hobby, and I'll get round to it when I get round to it.
Do you know, I hadn't really thought about it because the 3D element was still back in the days of like the houses made out of cardboard boxes, and I hadn't kind of really tallied the two up until I started to watch Carol at Arty Farty, and then it was kind of like all the different things that I'd tried and done would suddenly all collided with each other, and I was like, that's what I can do.
And you've gone from strength to strength. You really, really have. That first 3D shoe that you made and you put on eBay all those years ago, it genuinely did kick. It kicked everything off for you. What was that feeling like? Because there's loads of people that watch in here and that watch it on repeat and things, and they go, I would love to, but I don't know how. All at the NEC yesterday, loads of people going, I've got this idea, but I don't know how to do it. Can you? I was like, if I had those ideas, I'd be a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
That you got on this one. But so what was it? What was that? What is that overall feeling like is I think I'm trying to ask, that people are actually buying into something that was, for you, was just a hobby at the time. Did it give you butterflies and go, oh, actually, there's something into this? Or was it just like, was it a bit scary?
I put it on because I thought at the end of the day, nobody, if they don't want it, they won't buy it. There was no risk to me. I must admit, the first one I sold, I felt sick for about 2 days waiting for a complaint like this doesn't work, or it was more the sort of, especially when I started to download, it was more the technical side of it wouldn't come through. But once, everything was working, it's just so nice to have people say, it shows and things. It's nice to see something different. It's nice to see something, because I think there's many different crafts. Some are just like they're ready for you to put stuff together, and that's great because that's how you begin. Mm-hmm. But then sometimes you want something that takes longer, or you could put your own spin on it, and it's and when people come and say, I just love it, and it's amazing, you just kind of feel like really proud that you've done something. Because I'm really passionate, and you can tell me to stop talking whenever you need to, but I just think everybody should craft, because it's so good for your mental health, and you can do it at home, you can do it in groups, you can it's just, and everybody has something, I think, whatever it is, whether it's photography, whittling.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. But I just think, and we don't have that now. The kids don't grow up with it. It's getting less and less in schools.
That's true.
And I just want everybody. I want to get the world to craft.
And this is
I know there's a song in there, but
the reason we can't do it now because I get taken down. I've worked that out. If I play wrong music, they're not. Facebook aren't the biggest fan of that. No. But it is true that it is. I was going to say it's a dying art, but looking at the shows yesterday, I genuinely don't think it is, that you've got on those, because the NEC has been busy for 4 days solid, and it's not the generation that we all thought. There is a younger generation coming through that you've got. Do you think that, as you said, everyone has a niche, but more people like 3D models these days because they get more of a satisfaction out of it, because it's from an A4 piece of paper, you get something three-dimensional?
I think so, and things like the book nooks are becoming quite popular, and I know that you can buy wooden sets and things, but they're really, really pricey, and you get one for like £30-40. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it came from lockdowns and things, but people like to build things. So yeah, and I'm one of the things I always wanted to do is make a doll's house, so that's probably where that came from a bit as well.
I know, I love it. I love all of this. So we're going to sort of go forward a little bit further on this journey because, as I said, we've got so much to get in, and I genuinely want to show these samples that I've got down here. So your business grew quickly, sort of overnight, from this little template on eBay, this 3D shoe that you put on eBay, and that just started racking up the numbers. From there, you then moved to the wonderful world that was back in the day, the wonderful world of TV of Create and Craft. Is what you went to there. What were those early days like for you? Were the days where you're like, I've bitten off more than I can chew here. I don't think I'm cut out for this.
No, not really, because I just felt so happy that I was doing it and I was doing what I wanted to do and I was making other people happy. I had my first show with Nigel May and he was amazing because I didn't sleep for 2 days because I was so nervous. But yeah, once I got into it, it was just like I'm making people happy, and it was the feedback from people. I would rather somebody came up to me and said that didn't work, it's wrong, and I would say thank you for telling me. And I would rather spend an hour on the phone with somebody to help them get something right than them to buy something and stick it in a drawer because they can't do it. So no, I just enjoyed the journey really, because it was just, I was doing what I enjoyed.
Well, yeah,
to get paid for doing what you enjoy is the best thing you can ask for.
Well, it is real, and they say you don't work a day in your life, do they? That is what they say, and it genuinely is a wonderful thing once you start getting into this magical journey. When you started on those worlds of TV, I love asking this question. Did you think it was what it was going to be? Because many people think TV is very glamorous. They think it's lots of people running after you with teas, coffees, pastries, hair, makeup, wardrobe. Did that become quite quickly that, oh, actually it's not, it's just me, a studio, and I've got to come up with the ideas, sell the ideas, pick, pack, post, and then move on to the next design? Did that become a bit of this is a bigger wheel than I actually thought?
No, not really. I mean, the picking and the packing wasn't very fun. And like the coding and everything, we just sit there hour after hour after hour, never quite got to the point where I could pay somebody else to do that bit. But no, I just enjoyed the whole journey. It was good fun. And I lucid dream. So I actually wake up with the idea in my head and I've worked out and I can sit down and I can just do it. So I kind of like work 24 hours a day.
Well, I was going to say, that leads us quite nicely onto my next question, because when I read this in the bio that you sent over earlier this week, you said about you dream about designs. You dream about them. Can you tell us how does that work? So do you see it in 3 dimensions and you go, right, I know how to build that? Or do you see it in stages?
No, I just see I'll get, for instance, the one I remember was the lantern. It's like watching a film in my head. It's weird. I thought I was losing my marbles till I went to see a doctor and he said, no, you're a lucid dreamer. And I look at it and I think, well, that'll need to be bigger than that. And I don't know the measurements, but I wake up knowing how it's going to go together and the vision of what it is, how I would like it to look. So it's very weird.
That's good though. That's good that you can see that. I quite like that, to be honest, because I wouldn't have a clue where to start.
I did think I was like something was wrong with me, and he said, no, people pay quite a lot to be taught how to lucid dream, and I was like, oh right, okay.
I'll take that one. Thank you very much, Doctor. For those people that have just joined us, a very good afternoon to you. We're talking from Nicky from Cut and Craft. Her details are on the bottom of the screen. Amazing shops. All 3-dimensional products. I've got loads of samples here with me as well to show you, and templates to show you that we are all going to go through. But we're just finding out about Nicky's backstory. I want to move to the power of crafting. If we may, because once again, you were very open in the bio that you sent me, which was amazing. I was listening to it on the way back from the NEC yesterday. It was like a podcast. I loved it that you've got in this one. You've been through a lot, and we don't need to go on that here now, but you've been through so much, and you said that crafting really has saved your life. What is it about crafting that gives you that strength and purpose, do you think?
I think it's just losing yourself in something and you are focusing on that card, that journal, whatever, for that, and you concentrate and you look at it, and you know how you want it to look, and even if it's just for half an hour, everything else gets shut out, and then it no matter how dark things are or whatever you're going through, just for a couple of minutes you get that sense of pride. I've done that. That worked. And then when somebody says to you, "That's beautiful," it builds on that kind of that could feel good factor. And I think it is so powerful because it just gives you that sense of fulfillment, that sense of purpose. It's that kind of excitement to do something and finish it that maybe gets you out of bed, or and I just think I wish everybody had the opportunity to find their thing.
Well, they do say you can't. Now, obviously, I'm no doctor, but that you can't worry or have anxiety because it uses the same half of the brain to be creative. So when you are creative, that's how you lose yourself and you stop thinking about the things you were thinking of. So
and really, you've got that one goal is to finish what you're doing. So all of the 50 million other goals you've got just get shut out for that period of time.
And then but it sort of, did it give you a sense of once you've shut it all out and you go back to it, you can see it from a different, not all the time, I understand that, but you can sort of see it from a different light. You can see it from a different point. You step back and go, right, I'm more relaxed than I was.
Yeah.
Let's take on the world again.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's, it depends. Everybody's different. But yeah, I'd certainly go and being able to design things that I want, because I'm quite particular. And if I want something to do something and I can't find it, I will make it myself. So I've got that extra kind of layer. So really, for me, there's no boundaries. If I can't find a stamp I like, I will go and draw one on the computer and
that's good.
Make a digital stamp. Or so for me, I just feel it's like everything is within my grasp.
Do you think the internet is the downfall of the crafting world, with people wanting things immediately, and also the feedback that it can give instantly? Where in the olden days they had to write a letter or pick up a phone, and people would go, you know what, I'll leave it. Where now people can hide behind a keyboard, they can type what they want, they can ping it out to the world. How do you cope with that side of it, if you get it at all? Does that affect you in any way? Because I know for me, it affects me massively. You always look on that negative one than all the 10,000 positive ones you get. Do you find that, and how do you deal with it? Because you've done the TV side of it as well, so you've done a bit of both.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I did quite a lot. It's a very it's a subject people don't like to talk about, COVID. I did quite a lot of TV interviews in COVID because of the situation we were in. And I'd be talking about quite serious things, and somebody would say, oh, she needs to pluck her eyebrows. And I'm like, really? And, I just think, well, if you don't like me, you don't like me. Everybody's a Marmite. I'm honest. I make mistakes. So, yeah, I just scroll on, If it's constructive and they say I like it, but I don't think it's good value for money, or then I'd love to hear it. And I think it's great, because you can learn from things like YouTube and that kind of thing. It's made it harder to advertise and get seen. But actually dealing with people sitting typing things on their keyboard, I don't know what they've been through that day. That's just them saying what they feel, and
that's good.
It doesn't bother me.
That's good. I like to hear that it doesn't bother people, because obviously it affects everyone in totally different ways.
Yeah.
It really does affect people as well, because I think people forget that we're all human.
Yes.
And yeah, you've got an amazing business, and yes, you've done a bit of this, you've done a bit of TV, you've done a bit of, but people still forget that you are human. You've still got bills to pay. You're exactly the same. You've still got to go out and get shopping and post letters. And I think some people just think that you live in this magical bubble.
Only up here.
I need to learn that a little bit more rather than just saying what I think. Let's move on to some of the products.
Yes.
That you've got as well, because they are absolutely phenomenal. They really, really are. the 3D design. So we're going to talk about your websites and things like that now, and obviously all the details are at the bottom of the screen if you want to go. You cover a wide range of everything on your websites. From I've got the website here: 3D templates, 2D templates, frames, cards, and inserts, WS designs, shadow boxes and inserts, backing papers that you've got on there, Hive Christmas projects on there as well, clay cutters that you've got on there, mandalas that you've got on there as well. So you cover a wide range. Is this, as you said in the start of the interview, that are these things that you were passionate in? You know what? I want to make it easier for me, but you know what? I also think you'll make people's life easier as well. Is that where all the designs sort of start from, because you sort of want them?
And I think also the technology's there now. It's like the mandalas and things. We have a laser, so I can actually cut them. I've got the electronic cutters. I mean, I know they're relatively old now, but they were never available. And like the clay cutters, we've got a 3D printer, so I can actually do it. Whereas 20 years ago, I would have had to find somebody that could have done that for me, and you'd have to pay for the blanks. So it's the fact that I can actually sit down, do it, and an hour later have a product. So that's why I've been able to expand things, because the technology's moved on to the point you can do it at home.
No, it is true. How about, so then if we're buying 3D templates from yourselves, okay, what am I buying into? So say I place an order on the website, what am I getting with this one? Am I just getting a little email? Am I getting it in a hard copy? How does that bit all work?
Right. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. My website is not completely up to date, because we've had a cat that's had kittens. And I was up at 5 a.m. to go to NEC yesterday, which I have to tell you, and I'm glad you didn't notice. I was so stressed about getting there that I actually had my pajama bottoms on. But anyway, yeah.
I didn't notice this.
I know. It was like, Adam's here, and I was like, no, I don't want to see him.
No, honestly, it's fine.
So basically, the 3D templates, it's as a template. They come in the post as on 350 GSM card.
Yep.
You can cut them out, draw around them, as in the old way. They come in the post. You can have an instant download of a PDF, so you can just print it off and cut it out. We do actually have the SVGs, and you can have it an SVG or a PDF on a USB. All of those options aren't quite on the website, but they will be very imminently. But if you see something you like, drop me an email and I can sort it out manually for you. But yeah, any way really, from having it on card to having an SVG. I'm
going to change the order that I actually told you. Welcome to my world that you've got on this one. I'm going to go look at the 3D projects first, because they are phenomenal. The email, as Nicky's talking about, the details are at the bottom of the screen now. If there is something that you like, if there is something that you think, I have a question, either drop it in the chat now and we can ask it live, or if you think, you know what, I don't want to do it in front of everyone, drop Nicky an email. All the email addresses are at the bottom. I'll also put the website details. I'll flick between the two of them as we go. Right, I need to bend down and get these boxes, but...
And I would just say, please send me an email, because I don't want somebody not to have something that they really, really like because they don't understand it, or to buy it and not be able to use it. That, to me, is the worst, and I don't like that. So please,
Please ask the questions is what we're going on.
If you don't buy anything after it, I'd still like you to know
of what was going to. So I'm very grateful that I went to the NEC yesterday, and they were like, "You've got boxes to take home." I was like, "What? I've got stuff to take back with me." But it was stunning samples. I am so excited for Mol to see these tonight when she gets back from school. She's going to be well excited. So if I do this and I do this, we should get an overhead camera from my place. These are the sort of things that you can create. This is stunning, Nicky. It really, really is that you've got in here. So once again, this is a digital download that people can download and make today if they wanted to.
Yes. You actually buy that one, comes as the box, which I had somewhere. But yeah, the actual box, the shadow box. And then you can have different inserts in that. So that's the Christmas insert. So you can just buy the actual shadow box and use that, and it comes with a little box. But it's all expensive. They're all pictured on the website. But yeah, that's because that's the kind of staircase I wanted.
This is what I wanted, so this is what I will make. But you can make this. It is, as I said, they are all on the website. And if you're thinking, well, I would rather want this, email. Drop Nikki an email, and she will point you in the right direction, or at least let you know when things are on their way.
Yeah.
So if you want it for your scan and cut, you can do it. But not only can you make beautiful cards like this, I love these. Look, first of all, look at the depth that you get on this one. These are stunning. They really, really are. And is this something that you just thought, you know what, I'm going to make one of these? I don't know how to, but I'm just going to make it.
Yeah. I love doors. I don't know why I love doors. My husband thinks I'm mad. I think I'm crazy anyway. But I just sat down and thought, what kind of door would I like? I'm really selfish, actually, when you say. Sitting here listening to myself thinking I'm a very selfish person. I just make what I like.
You're really not. But just to show you the depth on the front camera that you've got on here, they are stunning. They really do, and they're really sturdy as well.
Yeah,
I was genuinely
really
worried.
You know, when you look at that, it's like 2 columns.
Put back on that one.
2 columns, a triangle. The steps quite easy to make, and it's stuff everybody has at home. I don't like people to have to go and buy things they don't have.
They're really, really. So you got the blue and you've got the red version, the silver. These are $8.99, by the way. I'm multitasking here. These are $8.99 from the website. It comes as a PDF file at the moment, but by the end of the week or the end of next week, they'll also be available in all of the formats, I'm guessing, as well.
Yeah, and you can use them any craft stock you've got. You don't have to do them in those colours. That's the whole point of it. It's a blank canvas.
Are there also, I know they're coming, I understand that, but are there also videos to go alongside all these?
Yes, there are, yeah. I'm really good at making things, but I'm really not good at doing like the boring bit of uploading the video. So I have to behave myself now and switch up here and sit down and be a big girl.
Now I don't think this one's going to fit on the overhead, so we'll do it on the front-facing camera, and I'll just move the cameras over so you can see this one. This was beautiful yesterday, the book that you've got, because look at this. How beautiful is this for a book? And once again, was this just an idea that you thought, you know what, I want a Christmas book out of all this?
I've actually got as well. It comes with 2 different inserts. It's the same one for a wedding.
Oh, hang on, let me make you bigger. I've got like 4 more.
No, don't make me bigger.
Look at that.
For a wedding or a christening or something like that. And again,
go on.
if you get all the bits, the little bits inside, they're all part of the template. But if you just want to make a book and put a packet of chocolate in there for somebody, you can do. They're just a real starting point for you to do whatever you want.
They really are. Once again, the template for this is $8.99 for a PDF template
as well.
Say that again. Sorry.
The sleeves that it comes in. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and this bit.
Yeah.
And you get
all of our templates come with a book or a bag, kind of.
They are absolutely, and they're really sturdy. And I'm not just saying that. I was looking at them yesterday, and I got home late last night from the NEC, and I was like, right, I'm going to go through all the boxes just so I know what's in them. And I went through all the samples, and oh my word, they are beautiful. They really, really are. But it's not just 3 dimensions, because you've got things like a watch display box you've got on here, which actually has a little watch on it. You've got a small handbag display bag. You've got a small gazebo. I was going through the website and I was like, I so wanted to look at the dad's shed.
Do you know, I've got one, but my cat decided it wanted to live in it. It's all fallen apart. But again, my son brought his friends home, and they were absolutely blown away. They were like, "Oh, it's got a mini a mini bicycle in it," and
it was stunning. Go and check out the website, people. After this, don't go anywhere just yet. But go and check out the website for $8.99. You've got an amazing shed. There is a Christmas park and display box, which looks phenomenal, which I'd also like to see. You've got the gazebo. You've got the small racing cars on here. You've got those front doors that I showed you as well. You've got a guitar and box that you can do. Look at this. A proper guitar.
It's actually got, you can't see it, but it has actually got strings on it. But it's only cotton, so it doesn't play.
They're just amazing. You've got market stalls, all $8.99.
Yeah.
The castle and display box looks like Windsor Castle. It is beautiful that you've got in this one. So the afternoon tea set I also like as well. We've had questions in. And so we'll bring in the questions. Lisa's asked, are the samples created on a 3D printer? No, these are all cardstock, aren't they?
Yes, they are, yeah. You basically get like a template, like a sewing pattern. It's just on card. Which I'll tell you the easy way to do it is if you've got a scanner, is to put the colour card you want to use in and just scan it straight onto the colour card you want to use, which is a really easy way of doing it. Yeah.
No, that's a clever way. I mean, I would never have thought of that.
Yeah.
So no, Lisa, these are all cardstock. There's no 3D printing in this section so far. I will let you know when there is. Who's this one? Mother goes, I'm the same, love filming the videos and hate the editing at the end. People are with you on this one. People are with you. So they're the 3D elements that we've got. Now, I also want to show this because it was in the same box. And I couldn't quite work it out. It was the N that you sent me.
Oh, yeah.
Because this, once again, for a card. So where would we find this on your website? What are we looking for if we want to create these?
Right, okay. So the N is actually a clay cutter.
Okay.
Which I don't think I've got, but basically like a cookie cutter.
Yeah, I've got the soldier. I can show the soldier in a minute.
So yeah, and I used air dry clay. I find the Hearty Soft is quite good because it's very, very light. It's almost like a foam. And basically just cut that out with the cutter. So it's the capital letter cutter, and I gilded it. The little roses are the little like petal cutter. You just build the rose, but you can use card for the roses if you want, and some green wire. That I think Hunky Dory supply the wire, the craft wire.
It is stunning. They really, really are. I'm going to go there just so you can see it a bit better that you've got on this one. But look at the detail that you've got. So it all works off the cookie cutters, which leads us nicely into another box that I have down here. This one? No, not that one.
Welcome to my brain. This is how my brain works.
Yeah, this is. I've never had so many boxes for Craft O'Clock in my own house, to be perfectly honest. But then we move in to these. Now, I didn't take them out of bags for the sheer fact I didn't want to lose them, to be honest. So you 3D print all of these?
Yes, and I design them as well. I draw them.
Yeah. Oh my word! So if you are looking for a cutter, go and check out the website. Genuinely, go and check out the website. I will put the website back on screen. The reason it came off is because I was flicking between cameras. So there's the website. Go and check the website out because it also comes with an outer edge.
Yeah.
So you're all good to go with this one. But then creates, and I was quite blown away when I saw this sample. I was like, oh my days, look at this, people. How amazing. The detail that you've got on that is stunning. Once again, is this done in clay?
Yep, it's done in. I like this is an air dry clay, but literally is like plasticine, and you just roll it out with a rolling pin. You don't need anything special, and you can use. This is just an unfinished one. It's got a bit of flexibility. It's really light, and the only thing you can't use with it is heat. So, but it's got gilding flakes, glitter, paint, pens, inks. You can do anything on it. It's like a chunky paper. I
love them. I genuinely do. And from there, all the cookie cutters, by the way, are $8.99 for the Nutcracker that you've got on this one. Then you've got the Happy Clay cutter, which is the beautiful little. Oh no, I'm taking all these out of bags. I've not put things back in bags for years.
Fine. No, you can give them people for Christmas. Don't send them back.
I was like, my job, I've not done floor managing for years. I used to take things out the bag and just leave them. Then that's the fun part of this gig that you've got. But look at this. How beautiful. If you want to go for this one, it's $7.99 for the cutter once again. Then you've got...
You get a cutter and like the second bit, which is They call them stamps, but obviously in the world we live in, that's quite misleading. But that's the imprint section, so you get both.
Do you think they would work on a gel plate? Obviously, don't press down on it.
Maybe. I don't know. Do you know, that's one thing I haven't tried. I'm going to have to now, but you know.
I think you should get the detail on a gel plate, and it should come up.
Yeah.
I'd also think you'd be able to stamp with them as well, because the quality of them are phenomenal.
Yeah, I think you probably can, but this is quite a new thing for me, and you can use it with polymer clay. You know, you can use it with anything like that. But this is only 6 months before from idea to.
Oh no, you're doing well. You're doing well. And then you've got the cup clay cutter, which is the little frothy coffee. It looks a bit like Chip. I like it from Beauty and the Beast. If Disney are watching, it is nothing to do with that whatsoever.
No, I haven't seen the film, so
yeah, nothing to do with that whatsoever. And then, then you got the N that I showed you earlier. This one,
yeah,
$4.99 is what you're looking at for that one. And there are more options available. Just go through the website. Everything is available on the website. Funnily enough, there's a whole alphabet on there that you've got all for $4.99. So if you want some decent cutters in your life for £4.99, you are good to go. Genuinely good to go. And if you want all the others, the nutcrackers and the Christmas trees that you've got with this one, I adore this, that you've got, genuinely go and check out the website. The website is there. And do you know what? It's not going to break the bank. These are prices that are not going to break the bank. I was sent this, but I didn't know what it was.
So they are petal cutters or leaf cutters. It does say on the box, but that's multiple, so you can cut out 10, 12, I don't know. Don't ask me to do maths.
No, honestly, you're fine. I like that. It says it on the box. Once again, I've not set anything up in years, to be honest. My floor managing days are long gone behind me that you've got on here. So that was the clay cutters. We're loving the clay cutters. There's a lot you can do with them. Now we move into something even more fun that took me a while to work out what it was, and I had to ask this morning, but I had been playing with it. It's this one that we have here. My office is an absolute state that you've got. So we're talking all things mandalas is what we're talking in this next section. For the sheer fact, mandalas can be hard to do, can they not?
Yes, they can.
But you have
They take
tricky.
time.
They can be a little...
They involve maths and stuff like that, which we don't like.
Which is one of those that you think, I don't really know, I can't really work it out. But to create cards that look like this, and wait until I show you the MDF as well, that was also absolutely phenomenal. To create cards that look like this from all those little gem dots that you've got left over, from all your little glue guns that you've got left over as well. To create this was beautiful. Look at that. You have made it so easy to do this
that was the idea.
by giving us basically the little templates.
Yeah.
So how do these work?
You also have a little set of stencils, which we call our crazy paving stencils.
Yes, I do.
And
Bear
those...
with. I did have.
Sorry, I'm glad I've cluttered your house as much as mine is.
I did. Oh no, I've got them. I've got them. These ones. I've got them. Oh.
Yeah.
So these are all linked together. So okay, so this is what they look like.
Yeah. So basically, there's 3 sizes on there, plus every shape has a different border. Because I thought if you've got a piece of mylar, why make the edges square? So they're all different. Those gold shapes fit those sizes exactly. So you can go around, you can draw your mandala, and you can work out where you want to use the gold shapes, which are 3D printed. But you don't have to use them, you know.
But they're once again 3D printed. They are really, really sturdy that you've got in this one. And then, but you get so many shapes. So all these shapes that I have here, do they come as a little bundle, or are they all individuals?
Well, at the moment now, you've got to help me with maths here. There's 3 sizes.
Yeah.
And you get 10 of each.
Oh, okay.
So that's 30.
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, and they're £4.99. I think they're four inside a
They are
packet.
They are
Yeah.
£4.99. I'm looking at
Thank
them
you.
now.
I'm glad you know that.
The golden, I've just found them. I've been hoping you would tell me. Gives me time to look at the website and find them. The golden outline shapes, they're £4.99 is what we're looking at with these ones. But you do get a variety
You
of
can pick.
shapes.
That's per shape. We will do a bundle, but as I say, I'm not very good at doing like the boring grown-up stuff of doing the website and that. I'm getting there. And we will offer like silver and red and black and all the different, and be adding more shapes because I've got about 4 journals full of stuff I want to do. So
There is loads in it, but once again, it goes. If there's something that you're thinking that you want, drop Nicky an email. Drop Nicky an email.
For putting, if you think of silk painting, it provides that kind of barrier. So if you want to fill it with glue and sprinkle glitter over it, or even fill it with resin on an acrylic,
Yes.
it just gives you that barrier to stop the fluid escaping.
Also, the shapes that we showed you, these ones, which are genuinely all different shapes, these are £1. Can I say? These are just £1. So if you like your Zentangling, if you like your doodling that you've got in them, there is so much that you can do. They come with the rings, so you're never going to lose them all that you've got on this one. Go and get a set. Go and get a set. These can be the fronts of your cards. These can be the inserts of your cards. These could be the wax seals of the envelopes that you've got with there, which would be absolutely stunning. And they're only £1 on the website. Should be £7.99. They're down to £1. I like it. I like the sale. From there, we then move on. This is what threw me. We move on to the jig, to the sort of the main show, as it were. Now, this is £24.99, but when you see what it actually does, I'm going to move everything in a minute while Nicky talks about it. This is a game changer, I think. Now I know what it does. It makes your life a lot easier.
Yes.
Tell me about it, why I move all this, and then I'll show them on the overhead.
First of all, when you open it and pick it up, all the bits will fall out.
Yep, they do.
I do it before I pick mine up. If you don't do mandalas, basically, if you're designing your own, you start with a grid, a circle, and then you do ever decreasing circles, normally about 1 centimetre, and then you have a line every 5 degrees, which you can see on the one you've got there. You've got the outer lines going all the way around. So you start by, it's all gonna fall apart now, you see.
So all this moves, so all this centre moves, and each one of these are individual, okay? So they're all individual. So how would I start? So I get my piece of paper, line it up with this.
Yes, so you've got the crosshairs. So you basically do your mark half the width of and length of the card and line them up with the crosshairs. So it's right in the middle.
Yeah.
And then from that point on, you can use the big outer circle if you're doing a big card. You can put a couple of rings in. You can draw each ring as you go, as you add it in. If you just wanted to now just do a really small one, forget the rest of them, take the small one, and as long as it lines up with the crosshairs, that circle will be in the middle. Which also means that you can use it to do on journals, on canvases, because as long as your substrate is lined up with those horizontal and vertical lines, it's in the centre.
I adore this now for the Shiva. I can just see possibilities if you want interconnecting circles that cross over each other. All you have to do is move that paper over slowly. You have got a full set of circles here, fundamental circles for your apertures. If you're unsure where you want your aperture cards, I'm assuming we'd be able to do this, but I'm going to ask the question. If I wanted an aperture card done, because I use this as a circle, then take it to my scan and cut and scan it in for it to cut that perfect circle, but I know where it's already placed.
Yes. Do you know, I always say to people, just make and sell and enjoy it and have fun. The only thing I ask is just don't copy what we've done. If you've got a scan and cut, yes, show it for your scan and cut because it's supposed to be fun. And all I'd like to say is, this took a long time for me to come up with because I'm quite simple. But go for it. Just don't actually sell. The Mandalese, it's called.
The mandala easy because it makes mandalas easy.
Easy, yeah.
I I get it now. The penny's slowly dropping, slowly
And then
dropping.
that works really well with the crazy paving cutter, because if you wanted to put circles, you can make sure you've got one at 90 degrees and 180 degrees, and you can line everything up, which is where how mandalas are normally drawn, because they're normally supposed to be all spaced evenly. So you use the two together and
It
you become an
works.
artist.
But then I'm also thinking for your stamping. If you
Oh,
want to stamp and you want to do wreaths, but you want to make sure they're in a circle, you
yeah,
use the lines on your work to make sure everything lines up.
yeah. And if you
This is
get
what
really bored, you can throw it and see if you can get it over the top of a bottle.
this is one of those jigs that you don't know you need until you've got. I
Yeah.
think it's one of those. But then for a $9.99, I need to bend down again. You've also got the layering stencils that you've got in here, which are beautiful, and the detail in these are stunning. But they are once again a beautiful set of layering stencils that you've got in the team. So, is this something more? Obviously, you said you've got 3 journals worth to go through. I'm guessing this collection's just going to get bigger and bigger and
Oh,
bigger.
yeah. And they're all going to mix and match. So we have got another set here, which are on the website. So you'll be able to use the smaller section with the larger section of the one you've got, and they're all going to mix and match because they're all spaced so that they're interchangeable. So, and I'm just going to keep adding to it, and they will all be spaced so that you can mix them all together.
They're bigger. They're bigger. What size are we going for?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and the one thing I haven't got is a ruler.
I've had to turn mine the other way because it's another. Oh, there you go. Hang on. I can do it. 25 centimeters squared
Yeah.
is what they are. So the 25 centimeters squared. So that it's a statement piece. Is what you're looking with on this one. But remember, once they all start working, you can start shrinking them down and making them small. Look at that.
That's the stencil just used with one of the inks. I don't know, I just go through my stash. I'm terrible, aren't I? And that one actually has brought in a bit of the air dry clay to bring some thickness to
I love it.
And they're just stencils, they're as easy or as difficult as you want to make them.
Time has nearly beaten us.
Oh, wow.
Already, I know it's
really
10 to
fun.
it's 10 to already. Before I let you go, I have got a few a question for you. 2 questions for you. The first one is: do you still enjoy what you do?
I do, immensely so. Yeah, I do. It just, I love just. Well, I couldn't not do it. I just couldn't. I wake up with ideas and I look at stuff, and I have done everything. I can't knit and I can't sew. Don't ask me to do that, but I've done wire weaving, macrame, you name it, I've done it, and I just love it. And I'm a bit like a crazy professor with my, ideas.
I love it, Nick. I love it all. I genuinely do. One more question before we say goodbye. For those people that are watching now, for those people that watch all of this back, your website, the details are at the bottom of the screen. cutandcraft.co.uk is where you're looking at for this one. Sum it all up for me, if you will. Everything you do. If Cut and Craft was a book, what would the back cover of that book say to entice people in to come and have a look?
You said I'd know the answers to the question.
Yeah, the only one you didn't, unfortunately. I like to keep them on a surprise.
I don't know. I like to give people the ability to explore the things that they have, and to make everything really, really simple. And to, it's like, for instance, did you know if you have a cold glass of water and a hot glue gun and you just do a little tiny drop, it gives you a perfect little 3D raindrop?
No, I didn't know this.
It's addictive. It's really good. I just like people to have a blank canvas. The templates they come on white card or a digital download. You can make them any colour. You can dress it up for carnival or whatever. I just like to give people that starting point to use their stash in more than one way.
Thank you, Nicky. It's been an absolute pleasure. Go and check out Nicky's website, cutandcraft.co.uk. If you want to email, if you want more details about anything, something we've shown you in the show, and you're like, I don't know, I've got a few more questions, drop Nicky an email, mail@cutandcraft.co.uk. You're on all the social platforms as well, YouTube and Facebook and all the others. YouTube is going to be your main one where when you start uploading all your videos.
I will.
You said it on here. So go and check out YouTube. What are we searching for on YouTube?
I think it's cut and craft. I don't know the answer.
It's the only one. It's the only one I didn't Google myself. I know normally I Google it all, and I've just realised we didn't talk about it.
On the bottom of the website.
Bear with. I'll do it now before I have to hand all this back. Contact us. It is Cut and Craft Templates. Is what you're going to search for on YouTube. Cut and Craft Templates is what we're going to get. So go and find all the videos that are on there at the moment. It looks like you've got 3D pizza boxes on there at the moment, and making your own backing papers are on there. So you can go and have a cheeky look at them, and then there's more videos to come as well.
I promise. I've said it live on air now.
Yeah, you've said it on here now. And trust me, people take this to your word. They'll start clipping all this and saying, you said. That's what they'll be like. Thank you, Nicky. It's been an absolute pleasure. First of all, thank you from myself and Kat for getting in contact to start all this whole ball rolling. It's been absolutely amazing.
It's amazing that you're doing it. It really is.
No, and if you ever need us again, you know where we are. Just drop us an email.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye. Oh, what an amazing lady our Nicky was. Go and find her. Go and have a little look. We'll put the details on once again for you. All the details are just here. cutandcraft.co.uk. Go and have a look at it. There is loads on there. 3D templates, 2D templates that you're looking at as well. You can't go wrong. All the samples that I've shown you here are all on there. The little book of garden, it says it's free. Go and have a look. Go and have a play that you've got on this one. And trust me, you will like what you see when you turn an A4 piece of cardstock, that could have been anything, into something absolutely beautiful. You'll get that little bit of joy. You'll get that little bit of that little buzz that you all know and love. Right then, that's it for today. We're back tomorrow with Mark Vardy. We've got tomorrow from Silvar Designs and Pin Flare, and then we're going late night Thursday this week, 9 o'clock, right after the main shows finish on the main channel. Come and join me on here Thursday night, 9 p.m. We're going to have a go at quilling. Is what we're going to go at. We spoke to Jess yesterday. We're going to have a little go at quilling. From myself, Adam, though, I will see you tomorrow. Stay safe, stay well, and just do one more thing for me before we do anything. Tell people we're here. The more you say we're here, the more of these we will do. Nicky, I know you're still watching. Kat says thank you as well. She was watching that you've got on this one. Stay safe, stay well, people. From myself and Kat, we will see you in the week. I will see you tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, enjoy it. We'll see you all soon. Ta-ra.